Okay, so if you are a filmmaker, you are pretty accustomed to using one of these. So this is obviously a field monitor or on-camera monitor. So you're going to be putting this on your camera. It gives you a bigger screen. This is a 5-inch one, and it gives you a little bit more chance to get stuff in focus and see if your composition is correct. You can also give this to a client with a wireless feed, but 5-inch, sometimes a little bit too small. That's when you invest in 7-inch. So this is what I use with the FX6 a lot, and especially if I do have a first AC, they could pull focus off this, and it's actually quite accurate, but same again, 7-inch is pretty small, and that's when you might want to invest in this. This is a 15-inch monitor by Osee. The great thing about this is that, yeah, it looks like a laptop case actually. It's actually encased inside this case, and this case is also the hood. So good. Check this out. Man, what? Wow. We're gonna be talking about this one. This is the Osee Megamon 15-inch field monitor, and this is probably something that you're not going to buy. I don't care if you buy this or not buy this. I'm just here to present to you the qualities of this and the reasons why you might buy it or the reasons why you won't buy it. So let's discuss this monitor right here. So I think the real question is, are you going to be buying something like this? And I know a lot of people are like, yeah, probably not. And that's probably correct, because for the price of this, you could probably get a couple of monitors. And it really depends on what you are actually trying to achieve in your filmmaking career. Are you making money from this? Do you actually need to give this to a client, or do you actually need to make sure that every shot is absolutely perfect right there and then? Because if you miss a whole bunch of shots because there is something out of focus or something in frame, you're gonna have to repeat that again, and that could cost a whole bunch of money, and you don't want a whole bunch of headaches in post-production trying to remove a lot of these things. Focus, you can't fix focus in post-production, but you can actually fix it right there and then if you spot it on these larger monitors. It's sometimes a bit hard to see it on these smaller monitors. I mean, 7-inch, I do recommend shooting on 7-inch at least, but you know, to have a smaller footprint, a lot of people get, you know, a 5-inch monitor like this one. But if you're gonna be stepping it up just that little bit more, having a 15-inch monitor at least is going to be an absolute game changer. But I obviously recommend tethering directly to this is going to be a little bit difficult if you're gonna have an SDI or an HDI cord directly into this. I will suggest use a wireless video feed to go directly into here, and that just makes it a little bit more versatile when you're actually doing handheld stuff on gimbals or easy rigs or even handheld work as well. The great thing about a director's monitor as well, something like this, the Osee Megamon, is that it's pretty much just like a field monitor. So it's got your waveform, it's got your zebras, it's got false color, which you guys know how much I love false color when it comes to making sure that things are exposed correctly. So false color is a really good feature in this, but it's also got a whole bunch of other custom things, pretty much just like a regular monitor, but on here. And the great thing is that this accepts 10-bit codec. So you're going to be actually getting correct colors out of this. So if you do load a LUT on there, which you can through the USB, you can actually see the exact colors on here. But I mean, I guess technically you could probably do a whole bunch of color grading on this as well. I mean, it's only a 1080 screen, but that does not matter whatsoever. It still accepts 10 bits, so you're actually going to get some really nice color accurate colors on here. But another one of the brilliant features of this, and the big reason is why I like this, is it has VMount. You can use this in the field without any power. Sure, it does have your regular AC power. It's got this 4-pronged DC power input, and VMount is a game changer. It's absolutely amazing because that can power absolutely everything on here. If you've got the video feed coming through your wireless video system, your cheese plate here, you can power that as well as power the monitor. But this also comes in Anton Bauer mount as well, so you can choose between which one you want. But the great thing about this as well is it has 2 SDI inputs and SDI outputs. It's got the HDMI input, and it's also got audio in, and you can control it via a specific remote as well. So all in all, this is pretty basic setup. It's just like a monitor, but it's bigger, better quality, and it's designed for more professional work. If you are getting serious in your videography career, I do suggest get a director's monitor. Like beforehand, we were using Andy's monitor, and it's pretty much just like an old LCD screen used in caravans and stuff. And he's rigged it out to be a director's monitor, but this one has all your features in it, just like a regular monitor: false color, zebras, waveforms. It's got anamorphic compression as well. So good. If you do shoot on anamorphics, you can actually get that de-squeeze inside here as well, which is such a good feature to have when it comes to professional filmmaking. And like I said with the bag, you can actually keep it inside the bag the whole time and mount it directly on a light stand. So it's got a mounting point right here. You can chuck directly on a light stand, which makes it so much better. And you can actually utilize the bag as a sun hood. So if it is a really bright situation outside, you can use the bag, block a whole bunch of the sun so your director can actually see, because usually what happens in the field is that directors will have like this big black sheet over them and they'll get underneath the screen so they can actually see it correctly. I mean, you still probably will do that anyway, but having the bag as that sun hood is just such a great idea. And the one great thing about this one as well is that it comes with the legs on here, so you can chuck this on the monitor and then just mount it directly onto, well, I've got to take the screws out, but you can mount it directly just on a table. Just let it sit there with these legs. So good that they've thought about mounting it on a table or mounting it on a light stand. That's awesome. That is so good. Now, if you are actually pulling focus off this, it's going to be an absolute game changer, especially for those people who do use cinema lenses or manual focus lenses, and you're trying to be a first AC, pull focus off this, you're gonna have more accurate results using this. Obviously, you're gonna have to have a really low latency video feed, which I use the Cine i2S Pro, and that is quite low latency, and it's absolutely fabulous when it comes to pulling focus. So when it comes down to the price, yeah, obviously it is a lot more than your 5-inch or 7-inch screens, but it does a lot more than what these screens can offer, especially when it comes to your professional work. And like I said, giving this to a client and showing them exactly what you're filming right there and then adds a whole another level onto your professional production. So it pretty much shows a little bit more value into what you're giving the client, which could be a make or break, but it can make your production look a lot more professional than just like a guy with a camera, essentially. I mean, as stupid as that sounds, it definitely does help. I think one of the biggest questions is, will you actually be buying something like this? And majority of you guys will be like, no, I probably won't. But this is something to consider if you do want to take your filmmaking to that extra level, especially if you do have clients, especially if you do have a director, or especially if you do want to have a bigger screen to play back your footage on when you're doing a whole bunch of commercial work. You know, investing in a 7-inch or a 5-inch monitor might be the first thing you actually do. But I've done a whole bunch of reviews of monitors in the past, so you can check those videos in the link in the description below. But if you are wanting to step it up just that little bit more, having a director's monitor would probably be a pretty big game changer for you. And I've been wanting one of these for a very long time, ever since Andrew started bringing his to our sets, and it's just been an absolute game changer. Even when it comes down to focus as well, because focus could be or make or break if you are using manual focus lenses, or even a slow autofocus camera, or even just it's a fast moving situation. Seeing the focus on here isn't as accurate as seeing it on a larger screen, because when you do bring it into post-production, you're like, man, I really, really wish I saw that on the day, and now I can't repeat that day. Damn. But anyway, guys, I hope you found this video useful. If you did, give it a thumbs up. That would be absolutely amazing. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you already haven't. And the link will be in the description below if you do want to check this one out, or any other small monitors out as well. And I really do hope this helped you guys and will help you maybe consider something like this for the future, or even now. It's up to you when it comes to your filmmaking journey. But yeah, other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, let's get it.